If you're anything like me, then you probably have trouble sleeping, and not just with the actual sleep and the sleep quality, but also getting to sleep and waking up. And nearly all the advice you find on this topic is how to get to sleep, and I've not been successful with any of it. But I've read a variety of things on how to feel better in the morning, and some of these actually help me a lot. So this is a good thing to do in the morning, or a selection of good things to do in the morning. The first is, when you wake up, is to tense and release your leg muscles. Maybe lift them up in the air and put them down. Basically, get the blood flowing, and this will also help you out with your morning glory if you get one, enabling you to get to the toilet that little bit faster and more accurately. The next is to try and look at light, preferably natural light, obviously not staring directly into the sun, but try and get your eyes awake. Instead of them falling back to sleep because it's nice and cozy, get them looking out the window, and that will obviously help activate you as well. Then, when you're actually up and out of bed, don't make the mistake of going for that coffee or a caffeinated tea, because caffeine actually interferes with your cortisol production, which goes in peaks and troughs, but obviously it's peaking as you're waking up. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm so tired, I have to have this coffee or tea. But what it actually does is it makes you reliant on that coffee or tea and interferes with the production. So it actually ends up getting harder and harder, and you end up having more and more coffees before you can even feel awake. So I start off with a couple of cups of herbal tea, a nice warm drink all the same, but peppermint and licorice is the one I go to at the moment. It's kind of sweet and tasty. I also don't take my ADHD meds until I've had those two teas either, because obviously they're stim medication, and again, I don't want anything to interfere with the wake up. Also, try and stay on your feet as much as possible in the morning and walk around, even if it's just slowly, because again, this will get the blood flowing, and if you can, actually try and start doing a small exercise routine in the morning, because that will really wake you up. I remember when I had a dog, and before I went to work, I used to go out for a morning run, and the rest of my day was so much better. Once you get used to this, you might find that you don't actually feel the need for caffeine at all, and you start sleeping and getting to sleep better at night too. So hopefully it helps you. It's helped me.